Liftoff. Ahoy, mateys! Shelby live here with the Virgin Voyages sales crew, the superb sales crew. I'm so excited to have these people on and to tell us all about Virgin Voyages. I know you're excited as well. I'm from Richard's Rooftops right now. If you look behind me, this is Richard's Rooftop. This is one of those private areas that they have for the Rockstar Suites. There's so many things to discover on Virgin Voyages, and we're all just so excited. We have our October 30th, which is the hottest Halloween for singles ever, because we're partnered with the best company I've ever seen for singles. So I'm so excited about this. And that's October 30th. We have a big group going, and we only have a few more solo cabins. And I'm excited to tell you guys all about it and just get more bookings by the end of this fun little interview. So I would love if you could introduce me to your fabulous crew, John. Take it away.
Well, yes, more than happy to. So good afternoon. My name is John DiOrio. I lead the sales team here in North America for Virgin. And I've got two of my folks from the sales crew. I have Sabrina Newman and I have Julia Glick. With them and the rest of my team, we're obviously here to support Shelby in everything that she does. And she's been a big supporter of ours. And thank you, Shelby, for this opportunity, because one thing we love to do is to talk, and we love to talk about Virgin Voyages, and it's fun to do. So
it is so fun. I mean, this is like one of the most exciting launches of a cruise company that I've ever been a part of. You guys are really doing things a lot differently, which is amazing. So yeah. I know this, like, setting sail the Virgin way. Can you kind of speak to the Virgin way, John?
Yes, we have a lot of different phrases we use, but when we talk about setting sail the Virgin way, it really kind of understand it's the experience we want to create when you come on. And we didn't look to existing cruise lines to create this concept in this company. We wanted to do something unique and to help people that were kind of underserved in the marketplace. And so we did a lot of research in creating this company and this brand. And Set Sail the Virgin Way really has some kind of core pillars. The first is that this is truly an adult-only experience. There are no kids on the ship. And I usually like to pause here when I give this presentation and talk about, because usually we get a lot of applause, people fall out of their chair. This is truly an adult-only experience. We are building this for you, because that's what we felt was needed. When you also think about the ship itself, the design was very unique in how we created the design of the ship. We hired 7 different designers to create the onboard spaces for Virgin Voyages, and none of these designers have ever built for a cruise line before. So it really brings a very unique look and feel, something that you've never seen before, right, in a cruise ship. When we think about the dining experience, we have 20 plus different eateries on board the ship, and we do not have buffets. That wasn't the experience we wanted to create. We wanted everything to be fresh. We wanted, this is really a foodie experience when you come on board. So there's no buffets. There's not a large dining hall, seating 1,000 people. There's no forced formal wear. You have to eat at 6 or 8 and pick which one that you want. The idea was to create this dining experience as if you were on land.
Right.
And then the other key thing is wellness. Wellness is a really big part of the experience when you sail with us. And so whether it's bringing your wellness routine onto the ship and keeping that while you're on holiday, or finding a new routine and discovering wellness through what we have. We have amazing facilities on board the ship, and
the fitness is included. It's included.
It is.
The restaurants and the fitness are both included, which is really, I don't know of any other major cruise line that does that, unless it's an all-inclusive
Correct.
Which is kind of a whole different level of cruising. So both the fitness and the restaurants are all included in your price of your fare.
Correct. That value proposition that's included in your voyage fare is all the restaurants are included. Those 20 plus eateries All of the food is included in your voyage fare. You don't have to pay extra to go to our steakhouse or our Italian restaurant. We include all of the gratuities. We'll take care of our crew. So that's already worked into your voyage fare. Awesome. We feel Wi-Fi is a basic human right.
It is.
Everybody gets Wi-Fi. As you mentioned, the group fitness classes are included. So if you want to take that morning, sunrise yoga or that afternoon spin class, you don't have to pay extra for that.
And I want to speak to that because I used to be a fitness instructor on board cruise lines. That's what I started 25 years ago, right? I started teaching aerobics on board, and I had 90 people in a stretch class singing That's Amore. It was great. Totally different clientele, I bet. But anyway, we had a great time. But once they started charging for the fitness, the whole entire experience got taken away. In fact, I feel that they really ruined such a great opportunity because I think I did it for 2 years before I moved into the cruise director arena. Over that portion of time where they made it where you start paying $20, I had really helped people start a fitness routine, which is what you were talking about, because people are finally in a zone where they actually can take a breath and they think, you know what, maybe I am okay to learn something new. Maybe I will try this for the first time. And there's such a it's a meaningful part of life when you can connect someone with their health. And that's been taken away, really, on all the cruise ships nowadays. I go to the spin classes. I still teach spin on the side just to keep honest and work off all those calories. But whenever I go, there's 2 people in a class. And I'm like, oh, that's so depressing to teach to 2 people. It's not even fun anymore, So I want to really applaud Virgin for making that a priority. And like you mentioned, it really can affect somebody's lifestyle to be able to have the opportunity to be exposed and learn a little bit more what they like, but they don't have time when they're busy, right?
Yeah.
So, well, I'm so excited to go on Virgin, and I'm excited to try those restaurants. Now, I know Sabrina has actually been on board and sampled something. So tell us how that is.
Yes, I have been on board. I was able to sample all the restaurants. So I can
them and then go to the workout room, right?
Yes, so I was very excited to get that experience, and they really are all amazing. I know we talk about, how it's very different, it's fresh food and all of that, but it really is. It really feels like you're eating at, somewhere in a big city, things like that. It doesn't feel like a dining hall or like a buffet style or anything like that. It's all fresh, made to order. There's any type of dietary needs you have. If you're vegan, there's options at every single restaurant, as well as, of course, at Razzle Dazzle, our vegetarian forward restaurant. That one's a really fun one. Might be my favorite on board. There we also host a drag brunch. So if you're interested, that's another really fun way to kind of get entertainment and food at the same time. We have Pink Agave, which is our kind of Mexican restaurant, but it's not like where you'd go and get your tacos and burritos. It's not really more of like a high class Mexican experience. And it's literally so good.
Yeah. I was anticipating this level up approach. I mean, so on cruise ships, and I have 2,500 days at sea. Okay. So I've cruised a lot and with all different companies, and I love them all for their own reasons. I really feel like there's a positive to every single cruise company. But there's always kind of, a weighing out of things. But what I have noticed over the years, and I think this is just attributed to the fact that they have made it really reasonable to cruise, but that money has to come out of somewhere. And so the main dining, that the quality of the food is not always like to par where you would get at a specialty restaurant, not always. And I feel like on Virgin, they've really gone above and beyond and put that quality back into the food. That's what I'm anticipating. Like you're saying, it's going to be one of those, I went out night on the town, like, wow, that restaurant was amazing. Know, that's what I'm looking for. So we have some party animals with us. We have a fun group. I mean, really, it's like, we're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time. So what is your favorite drink specialty or your favorite bar? Like, they like to know the really cool, nice places where they can get a fancy cocktail or maybe a really good craft beer or something like that. Tell us about.
Yeah. So there's so many places on board, and it really just depends the vibe you're going for, right? So we have Sip, which which is one of my favorites. That's our more champagne lounge. So if you like a good glass of bubbly. We have the Draft House, which is where, you know, you get those kind of microbrewery. You can have our signature beer on board.
What's the signature beer? What is the signature beer?
So the signature beer, it's actually a partnership that we did with Wynwood Brewery, and it's our signature like pale ale. It's like a red pale ale.
Awesome.
So definitely encourage you guys all to try it when you're on board. And then I think my personal favorite is the Dock House. It's located on the aft of the ship, and it's really has like that daytime. It feels very Mediterranean. You soak up the sun. You have your tapas, and your meze cart comes around, and a fresh cocktail. But then at night, the lights go down, the twinkle lights go up, and it kind of has like a more vibrant nightlife type experience.
Cool.
So it's really that good day to night balance.
Love it. Love it. Now, one of these terms I've met Sabrina and John and in real life. We met for the trainings, which was so cool. Yeah. And by the way, hats off to Sabrina. I have watched this woman, your account executive, but I've watched her literally like take over event planning, start making sure people were served drinks. She actually served me my drink at the end of what I was like, I could do that. let me throw you a tip on the side. I mean, she is just going to make sure that she gets things done. And I'm always watching you transition into whatever needs to be done. So I just really want to just stop and just say thank you again, Sabrina, because you've been an incredible asset to the team. Thank you.
Well, thank you for noticing.
Yeah, she really can pull off anything. She's not just, you know, whatever role she was hired for. I think she's doing it all. In fact, we met also when I went to go see the rooms, the model rooms.
Yeah.
And she was my videographer as well. She's also a videographer on the side.
Jack of all trades.
Yeah, you know, just try to do whatever I can.
It's been amazing. So you had said this term that I just loved. It was called detox retox.
Yes, the detox retox.
This sounds so me. I didn't even know. So tell me about it.
Yeah. You know, it's just really balancing out, you know, our wellness approach as well as with that party, have fun type of approach. So, you know, at night, you know, you can go to the Manor, which is the hottest nightclub at sea with the most Instagrammable space.
I love it.
So, you know, you can have your night out, you can meet people, you can mingle, dance, have fun, maybe have a few too many drinks. And then we have, you know, the detox in the morning. You go have that spin class, which the gym is beautiful. It has a big ocean view. Every single part of the gym, you can see the ocean, and all throughout the ship, you can really see the ocean. It's kind of incredible. I'm used to so many ships that you know, go into rooms and you don't even know if you're on a ship or where you are. But with our ship, it really is ocean views everywhere. So, you know, you can go do that, have your spin class, have a green juice. We even have like teas. We have a hangover tea, things like that. So it's just kind of, you know, balancing that wellness with that fun as well. So detox, retox.
You know, that's cute because I called it work hard, play hard. That was my for like all of 2010. But detox is even better. I love it. So I also know we have this incredible private beach club that we saw some renderings, and then we saw some real live footage, I believe, that one of the biggest parts of it that I thought was interesting is that they were staying there for a very long period of time, maybe even some bonfires on the beach. That really, I think that excited. I know Mark, who's chiming in here, Mark was really excited about the whole bonfire thing and just being there into the night, because generally we're really rushed off the ship, especially on a beach day, and then we're, you know, hauled back on really quick and sandy, and it's like, man, you know, can we just have a little chill? So this was exciting. So Julie, I know you were going to talk to us a little bit more about the Bimini Beach Club. Tell us.
Yes, absolutely. No, overnights and late stays were asked by our sailors. So you're going to hear that a lot. We are doing a lot of late stays and overnights. And Mark, I see you like tacos and burritos. Just so you know, we have taco bata as our food in our food hall at the galley. So we have tacos for you. And Bimini. So we're going to talk about Bimini. Bimini is amazing. It's our private beach club. And yes, as Shelby said, we do stay late and we come in early. So we usually come in around 9 a.m. for Dominican days, which a lot of the group is booked on. We'll depart at 10 p.m. And it is fabulous. So it's privately owned by Virgin Voyages. We built it. We made it just for our sailors. We know what you guys want. and we made it just for you. So it's kind of Ibiza, Mykonos vibe to it.
I
The
love
moment, oh, pardon?
I love that Mykonos
Yeah.
vibe. You get me excited about
We bring it to you. We bring it to you.
Sorry, go on. You got me excited.
No problem. So, like I said, you'll arrive around 9 a.m., depart at 10, and it's just fabulous. So in the morning, we'll do sunrise yoga. It's extension of our ship, meaning our basic bevies, our food, our internet, our gratuities, that's all included on Bimini, which is amazing. Of course, alcohol is additional, and we'll talk about that in a bit with John. We have some great promotions for you.
Yes.
Bimini is really your place to relax, lounge, have a great time. During the day, we'll have a DJ. We have a residential DJ, and we actually have Mark Ronson is our Minister of Music. So he sets up all the music for us. So you're going to have an amazing time.
I'm so excited about the beach parties. I know our guests are too. They're very much a beach party crowd. And they do like to lounge a bit, like you said, like day turns into night. So it's super exciting. So what kind of activities can they do on the beach, in the beach club?
Yes. So besides our amazing beach club, we do have shore things. Our shore things are our shore excursions.
Okay.
And what you can do is you can do scuba diving in shipwrecks. We also have swimming with wild dolphins. You could also do guided historical tours and trips to the famous Dolphin House. The Dolphin House is made of recycled sea glass, which is a pillar of our sustainability. So we have a lot of other options if you'd like to go out and venture a bit.
Love it. Love it. And so where else do you go in the Caribbean? And then if you can, I'd love just for a minute to talk about the Ibiza run. I did have some guests that were interested in doing the Ibiza overnight run in Europe next year. So tell me about the other destinations of the Caribbean, because we have quite a few people that are doing both sailings. They're doing October 25th. In fact, we just got a booking today for October 25th and the 30th. And then there's some people doing our October 30th Halloween cruise, and then the November 4th. So they're putting those 4 and 5 days on each side of ours. So where else do they go in the Caribbean? Let's start with that.
Back-to-back sailings. I love it. And Linda just said beach club sounds great. Linda, we can't wait to have you.
Yeah.
Fabulous. So yes, we have amazing itineraries. Just touching on Ibiza, all of our sailings out of Barcelona will be on Valiant Lady, and we'll always do overnights in Ibiza, and we have a great location. We are very close to dock almost. So we have a great location because of the way our ship is she's kind of a yacht shape. So we have a great location where we dock in Ibiza. So we're excited about that. And then for our Caribbean itineraries, we do a 4-night sailing into Key West and Bimini. We also do 3 different itineraries with 5-night, three different 5-night itineraries. We call it Puerto Plata, which is the Dominican days, which is the majority of your group who's already doing.
Right.
We'll depart Puerto Plata at 6 p.m. And then we have another sailing where we call into Costa Maya, where we depart at 7 p.m. called Mayan Sol. And then we call into Playa del Carmen. We'll depart at midnight, and that we call our Riviera Maya.
Great. I love it. I'm so excited. So yes, we do have a couple back-to-backs, baby Mark. Thank you. So I know we're
back-to-back.
I know we've been in, kind of an unprecedented time, and we have been sailing through it, smooth sailing through it. I know that Virgin Voyages has some health plans that they've put into place. And for anybody that is thinking of sailing, I know all of our people are like, let's go, let's just run and go. But it might be nice for some people just to hear from Virgin Voyages of what they're implementing for the health plan. Can you tell us about that, John?
Yeah. So, if you've been following us and obviously working with Shelby, a few weeks ago, we moved our first sailing to October 16th. And, when we looked at the calendar and what was going to be right for us, there was a lot of factors that went into that and deciding when we were going to start sailing for the first time. And October felt right for a lot of different reasons. Health and safety is a very important thing for us. It's important for everyone in the cruise industry. And for us, we really think about that health and safety protocols, first and foremost for our crew on board the ship, but of course, all of our sailors and guests that come with us as well. And so October felt right for us because it gives us time to really get things right. You know, this is an unprecedented time. There's a lot of things that we want to do. And the great thing about the cruise industry is they've always been known for putting a lot of great health and safety protocols in place, and there are great processes. We're taking it a step further and putting some great systems in place. And we just wanted enough time to get that right and make sure that our crew was properly trained to create an amazing experience, even with some increased health and safety protocols. So when we think about health and safety, we kind of think of it we want to create the safest way to travel. And that there's like 4 pillars we think about. So it's stopping any type of viruses from getting on the ship. So we've got additional screenings that we will do. And there's a lot more information that's going to come out from us over the next couple of weeks as we're ready to talk more about the details. But that's an important pillar, that we want to make sure we're doing those additional screenings before people even step in on board Scarlet Lady. We're also, during this time, protecting our crew and our sailors by reducing the capacity of how many people will let on the ship. And so we're practicing that social distancing. We will not have full capacity ships when we start sailing. And that's just something that just is the right thing to do at this time. Mm-hmm. When we think about just making sure that our medical facility has all the right equipment and has all the right supplies if something did happen. And so our crew is trained, our medical team is trained for all circumstances. And then just continuing that peace of mind while you sail. So constantly looking at those opportunities to do some screenings and temperature checks. And, and we balance that. We've got an amazing team that is looking at creating these health and safety protocols, but also balancing it with an experience. And it's a big task.
It is.
And so we're taking it very seriously. We're looking at a lot of different things. And I think over the next couple of weeks, you'll see us talk more and more about even the little details that we think is just going to create that trust and confidence that when you come on board, you're going to feel like it's the safest way to travel, period.
I love it. So as I said, I used to work on cruise ships, and I've always echoed that, John, what you just mentioned, is that there are so many safety protocols. I don't know of any other restaurant, and I used to work in restaurants when I was a kid, and I've never seen a cleaner restaurant facility. I mean,
right.
USPH goes there, and they are so thorough that it's mind-boggling how much work that the crew has to do just to keep up those standards. And I often say, honestly, a cruise ship is, I feel, one of the safest and cleanest places I've ever been. It's way cleaner than any office building I've been in. It's sure as heck cleaner than any restaurant you're in land. I love all the restaurants on land, and I'm not worried at all. But I'm just saying they take it to a whole nother level. The cruise ships take all of this to a whole nother level, and they always have. And they do a fantastic job. And they're constantly upkeeping with all the railings and the touch points and the sanitization. I mean, if you're willing to go to a restaurant, then you should be totally good at being on a cruise ship, as far as I'm concerned. That's how I feel, truthfully.
Well,
I'm like, absolutely, I'd go tomorrow. I go out to eat now. I know they're taking precautions, and I feel safe. So,
well, and I think a lot of those things that, as we created this brand, that were meant to be about the experience of sailing with Virgin Voyages, have now they've kind of they're becoming part of that health and safety as well, right? So from day one, we knew we weren't going to have buffets, and that was more along the lines of the experience we wanted our sailors to have. But now when you think about it in this health and safety environment, that's a great thing, right? If you look at our ship, when we designed the ship, all of our onboard spaces, we have 100% fresh air, right? 86% of our cabins have sea terraces or balconies. So we don't have, we have a band that you wear so that you are paying for things without touching anything, right? Mm-hmm. And this was part of the experience we wanted to create from day one. And
they've be ahead of your time.
And they've become now, they're part of that health and safety over protocol now. So, we have room service. We call it Ship Eats, where you don't have to talk to anybody, period. You don't have to go and get in line to wait. and make a reservation. It's
I
all
don't
done.
like waiting, John. I'm not a waiting kind of
It's all done through a virtual,
for me, especially if I'm on vacation. I'm
Correct.
like, wow, the buffet lines and even lines to the bar, like that's becoming a little bit more of too much of a normalcy on a lot of cruises, in my opinion. And again, I'm not putting down any particular cruise ship. I'm just saying sometimes things get so big and they continue to do the same thing, but not in a different way as you're
correct. Well, in our restaurants, if you look at our 6 main restaurants, they're no bigger. They seat at the most 200, 210 sailors. And even that, as we kind of start sailing, we will kind of, we'll socially distance everyone, and that will pare that back a little as well. So I think it's all, we're very aware that we want to still create an amazing experience, but knowing that health and safety is the extremely important for our, not just our crew, but our sailors as well.
Right. Yeah. And it's always a primary importance. On any cruise ship I've ever worked on, the health, safety, and security of the sailors. So I 100% feel in good hands. So I'm excited, and I'll go as soon as you let us. I'm on.
Me as well.
So just for fun, I'm going to ask you guys some questions and see if any of the guests get it right. If they've learned anything, and I know this will be syndicated and reshared, quite a bit, and they'll chime in. But let me ask you, Julia, what does Virgin Voyages include? What do they include? And let's just give 1 minute for everybody to answer. Okay, Julia, go ahead.
You guys want me to give the answer that fast?
Yeah.
Okay, basic bevies, gratuities, Wi-Fi, fitness, and all our fabulous food, 20 plus eateries, 6 full-blown restaurants curated by a Michelin Star chefs. Sounds great to me.
Yeah, so that's a Michelin Star. We didn't mention that. I read that in one of your pamphlets, and that was pretty damn impressive that they created the menu. I did not. I have to tell you, I want to be really honest. I have ate in a lot of fancy places, but I didn't come from a fancy place. So it was just about 4 years ago when I was in Amsterdam, and a girlfriend of mine was like, "Oh, we should eat at this restaurant. It's Michelin Star rated." And my answer was like, why would a tire company be rating it? Oh dear, I have so much to teach you. She's very fancy. I didn't know until last 4 or 5 years. Isn't that very telling? But anyway, I understand the gravity of a Michelin Star rated chef, and it's like the top world renowned. I mean, this is like, to be Michelin rated is an incredible arduous process, and it's the best of the best of the best. And that they had any integration at all with Virgin it's so exciting. I've not experienced anything like that on a cruise ship, so I'm super excited. So thank you for that. And why don't you fill us up where the Scarlet Lady sails from as well? Where does the Scarlet Lady sail from? And I know, Mark, you can get this right. We'll give you 1 second to type it in. Hurry up. We're back. All right, go ahead, Julia. Tell us where the Scarlet Lady sails from.
Scarlet Lady, drum roll, sails out of beautiful Port of Miami.
Miami, and you guys have you actually are building a terminal, aren't you?
We are.
Yeah, I looked at that the other day. There's I was at the Royal Caribbean one, and I saw yours. When will that be built?
We're targeting end of 2021.
Okay, very good. Yep. So it'll be right after October, so we might miss it, but that's okay. There's some great terminals in Miami, but we'll have to go back. And then Sabrina, why don't you tell us which veggie forward venue on board? Where can we find your drag queen brunch? We want to know all about it. It's exciting.
All right. Give him a couple seconds. We know Mark knows the answer.
Yeah, he did get one of them right. Good job, Mark.
Veggie forward restaurant on board, possibly our most famous restaurant on board, is Razzle Dazzle.
Razzle Dazzle. And that's the one with the red and white stripes, right? The picture that I keep seeing. So cool.
Yes. And
tell me.
Oh, go ahead. It's just all about the presentation. It's just these elaborate presentations. Every single dessert there is amazing. The cookies come in this big jar with like a milk canister, and like we have like churros that are set up like Jenga and like fun things. So it's definitely very Instagrammable and definitely very fun.
Yeah.
And veggie forward.
And that one is vegetarian, but you can add meat as well, right?
Yeah. So there's definitely a good mix of that kind of naughty and nice, as well as some like meat add-ons and things like that. So there's really something for everyone. And even at our restaurants that aren't necessarily veggie forward, we still have vegan and vegetarian options at all of them.
I'm such an animal person. I'm constantly in this internal conflict because I just don't ever want to eat any animals, but I'm so doggone hungry. Yeah. So I'm always in this flux. So I appreciate that you have.
Yeah.
That's great. So John, what will you never find on board? This is kind of a trick question. So I don't know if any of the guests will get it, but what would you never find on board, John?
Well, let's see if someone would answer this very quickly. I said it in the beginning. You will not have these on board Scarlet Lady. And the answer is children. No children on board Scarlet Lady. So that doesn't mean, for those that have children, this is a great place to come and have an experience without your kids. You deserve it. So you will not see any kids on our ship.
And you will not see a buffet. Linda just got us. Yeah. Linda's like, oh, you won't see a buffet. You were right.
That's a good one too. That's right. Good. Linda's paying attention.
So right now we have some Sailor Loot promos until June 30th.
Correct.
The sailors get extra onboard credit, and you guys have been running some amazing specials. I know we're wrapping this up, but just to go over some of the specials that they're running until June 30th. Sailor Loot to you is another term for onboard credit for those people who have cruised before. That's the normal term they've used. So what kind of Sailor Loot promotions do they have until June 30th?
So right now, any booking by the end of June, we're giving up to $500 in Sailor Loot to spend on your sailing, depending on the cabin category that you select through Shelby. And so it's a great way just to use that Sailor Loot for a variety of different experiences. You can use that to, treat Shelby to a glass of champagne and sip, obviously, or a variety of other great experiences we'll have on board Scarlet Lady. But we also have, not only is it our Sailor Loot promotion that ends at the end of this month, we also have what's called Bar Tab. So when we talked about what was included, we don't include alcohol in your voyage fare, but we also don't have your traditional restricted rule-based drink packages either. And so we did that purposely. We wanted our sailors to have their own custom experience when it came to purchasing drinks on board the ship. And so everything is priced extremely reasonable. But we did create a few months ago what we call Bar Tab. And Bar Tab is something that's always available, where you will spend $300 for Bar Tab, and we'll give you an extra $50 to spend. So you spend $300, you'll get $350, and it's meant to be used towards your alcoholic drinks if you want. It could be for your fresh pressed juices, that morning cappuccino. And now until the end of June, if you spend that $300, if you buy that $300 Bar Tab, we'll actually give you an extra $100.
Oh, great.
So $300 gets you $400. If you book now, by the end of June, you can get up to an extra $500 in onboard credit or Sailor Loot. So it's a really opportunistic time to take advantage of these offers until the end of June by just calling Shelby.
You call travel.fun. Shelby's also taking calls whenever she can, but travel.fun, the agents will be happy to take those bookings. So thank you, though. I love the idea of buying me a glass of champagne. I really love the way you roll, John. Are you going to be there?
Well, there's a really good chance I'm going to be on your October 30th sailing, to be honest with you. Yep. I'm trying to keep that a secret for you, but I might have to. Right now it's very likely that might be one of the sailings I'm on.
It's on right now. You have to go.
Yeah. It's on Facebook Live. We bonded. Come on, John. So if you guys are ready to book, we've got 2 more weeks, 20 more days of this extra onboard credit if you book. There was also promotions when we first did this in October. So I know, Mark, you got a promotion, Linda got a promotion. Anyone that booked right when we first launched it, they got a Sailor Loop promotion too. So they're bringing that back, which is amazing for any new bookings. They're going to have some Sailor Loop. The Rockstar Suites are the ones that have the most Sailor Loop.
Correct.
And the Rockstar Suites are a premium. In fact, I'm on Richard's rooftop right now behind me. They have quite a lot of VIP service. We have 2 Rockstar Suites or 1. I can't remember. I think we booked 2 Rockstar Suites so far. And that is a whole extra extravagant experience where they pack and unpack for you. This is the reason I wanted to do it. I was like, they will unpack for me and pack my bags. It's worth it. But Rockstar Suites are amazing, in the marble bathrooms and the amenities that come with it. How many drinks come with it? You guys called it a mini bar, and it was like gigantic. Well, not gigantic, but I don't know how much that is.
Yeah, if you're in our Rockstar Suites, the first round is on us, and so we have a variety of different packages that you would get for that first round that will include in the cabin. If you're in our mega Rockstar Suites, we actually include your alcohol on your voyage.
And VIP at Bimini, VIP area at Bimini, and then of course the rooftop VIP. And the packing and unpacking, that was really exciting. Yeah. I just want that service. But if anyone's interested in booking, go to www.travel.fun. Go under our solo cruises. You're going to see Halloween there, and all the pricing is there. The pricing was reduced just recently. It's rock bottom as far as I could imagine with such an extraordinary product. The value is superb. I mean, like Julia said, you're going to be getting all of the restaurants, you get all of the fitness classes, you get all your basic bevies. I mean, there's just so much value in that. And they even add the gratuities. So you're not being nickeled and dimed. And I think that was a phrase that you used that really spoke to my heart, because sometimes I feel like, geez, my goodness, like I don't want to complain. $1 billion cruise ships are amazing, but for goodness sakes, can you just include some stuff so I can just not have to be bothered, So I just love the concept. I know our people love the concept. But October 30th is our hottest Halloween for singles. We do have 2 solo cabins left. Now, I think there's only, about 50 solo cabins on the ship at all, right?
46.
46. Okay. So people can, of course, get their own cabin, but just like a hotel room, you pay per cabin. It's a commodity, so you only have to pay port taxes once. But once the solo cabins are done, there's 2 more on October 30th. They could do an inside cabin, a window, or a beautiful balcony, or a Rockstar Suite by themselves. So those cabin prices are all on our website, and they've just been reduced. Plus, you've got this onboard Sailor Loot until the 30th, and of course, also the bar package, like you mentioned. If you buy $300 towards the bar, you get another $100. I think Mark took advantage of that as well. So thank you so much. I just want to thank again some very important people. Julia, the regional sales manager for the whole entire area for Virgin Voyages. Thank you, Julia.
No, my pleasure.
Sabrina, the account executive. I mean, she's so much more. She's so many things, but we really, really appreciate your attentiveness to everything. And of course, the leader of the pack, we've got John, the vice president of regional sales in the whole of North America, who is really leading the team with such dignity and excitement. I have to say, it was such an honor to meet you in person too. So thank you so much for making this happen for us, and we're excited.
We look forward to having you all on board really soon.
Yeah. And Shelby, thanks for having us here.
Yeah.
Is everyone wearing costumes?
Absolutely. On Halloween we are. John, you got to come up with something really radical. I mean,
I know. I might dress like Richard Branson. I might go as Richard.
I love that idea. That's actually a great idea. All right. Well, I'm Shelby. You're fabulous. I cannot wait to see you in person. Thank you all for watching. Please put your comments below. We'll answer your questions as soon as we can. Bye-bye for now.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.